Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today from Belgrade. I wanted to show you Belgrade a little bit. I think I have actually never talked about this before on my vlog, but I actually used to live in Serbia for 4 years as a teenager between 2008 and 2012. Yeah, I always feel like I actually grew up here. I mean, it was only 4 years of course, but I was 11, 12 when I moved here and I left when I was 16. So I think these 4 years are really important for your life, like you kind of become a young adult, let's say. So in this time my character developed a lot and I picked up a lot from this country, from this culture. All of my friends were Serbian. I loved going to school here. I loved Belgrade, like I was out every single day. I was never bored. I had really an amazing time here in Belgrade. Whenever I hear like Serbian or I don't know, I have Serbian food or I meet Serbian people, I always feel like kind of that connection to my childhood. And I always feel like it is kind of the place where I grew up. I don't know, even though it actually isn't really, because before I just used to live in Germany all the time. But yeah, like I always associate Serbia with my childhood or my like teenage years. So yeah, in this vlog I wanted to show you around a little bit. I actually haven't been to Serbia for 6 years, and 6 years ago I was here only for like 3 days for New Year's and I didn't really see anything. It was really cold. It is actually like the first time after 10 years that I really get to see the city again and that I just have a lot of time to walk around, to meet people. Yeah, the city changed a lot. It is way newer. I mean, they've built a lot. There have been a lot of construction work, but still there are so many things which are still exactly the same as when I left. So now I'm just like walking around the streets and I remember so many things. I remember so many places that I've visited with my friends. This is like a really special vacation for me right now. I didn't film so much, of course, while meeting my friends because I'm not really in the mood to film when I'm with my friends. But yeah, I still try to show you as much as possible of Belgrade. So now I'm ready to go out. Outfit of the day. So let me show you Belgrade a bit. So today I decided to visit Sveti Sava temple, which is an Orthodox church. So here we are at the Sveti Sava. Sveti Sava was built between 1935 and 2004, but after that the interior was still under construction, so I never really saw the finished church. So today was the first time that I saw the Sveti Sava from inside. And here you can buy icons, which are pictures of saints. In Serbia, every family has their own patron saint, which they celebrate once a year. This church is just incredibly beautiful, and whenever you are in Belgrade, you should definitely come to see it. Now I'm going all the way back to visit one of the biggest parks here, which is called Kalemegdan. This place here is called the Slavia Square, which is one of the busiest squares in Belgrade. Here on the other side of the street you can see the Hotel Moskva, which is the most significant and one of the oldest hotels in Serbia. Serbia has the best pancakes that I have ever tried anywhere, and here you can actually buy a half meter of pancakes, and whenever you're in Belgrade you should definitely try the plasma and Nutella pancakes. Here we are at the city center. This place is called the Republic Square and it is the center of the old town in Belgrade. This place here is also called At the Horse, so whenever we used to meet up with my friends we said that we will meet up at the horse, so it was right here. It's a really nice place with lots of restaurants and cafes and a typical meetup place. So now I'm on my way to the Kalemegdan. I passed the beautiful city center of Belgrade. There are lots of shops here and restaurants and cafes, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Istiklal Street in Istanbul. At the city center you will also see some local artists selling their beautiful paintings, and I think it's a really nice souvenir from Belgrade. This mall is at the end of Knez Mihailova. It is completely new. I have not seen this before when I lived here, so it was built during the last couple of years. And here we are at Kalemegdan. This park reminds me so much of high school and when I was a kid, and went here like every day during summer and met my friends, and I just have so many memories of this park. I came here to see the sunset, my favorite time of the day, and here you have an amazing view over the Sava and the Danube River. And here you can see the Belgrade waterfront with these modern buildings right next to the water. And on this side you can see the relatively new Ada Bridge of Belgrade. I just love how peaceful, calm and green Belgrade is, so for me it's the perfect vacation after hectic Istanbul and Dubai. And after watching the sunset, it's time to go home again. On my way home I decided to go to the supermarket and buy a few things. These plasma cookies are my favorite cookies since childhood. I bought them once with chocolate and once without chocolate, and I just love them so much. So today I will walk around the district where I used to live as a child, and I wanted to take you with me and show you my old home, my old street, my old school. So let's go. So I'm now on my way. It will take me around 1 hour, but I love walking, so that's why it's fine. Everything is so green here. I love the nature here in Belgrade. And here you can see this damaged building, which is the Yugoslav Ministry of Defense. It was damaged during the bombings by NATO in 1999. So this is what I meant by there's a lot of construction work going on. All of this has not been here 10 years ago. All these buildings that you see and much more behind. Also there's like here completely new huge mall which they built in the last couple of years. This part is called the Belgrade waterfront, and this has not been here 10 years ago. So there are a lot of things in Belgrade which have changed over the last couple of years, but the trams are exactly the same as 14 years ago, these ones. And it's just so funny to see right now because I took exactly the same tram to go to the city to visit my friends. And I think they were like a gift from Switzerland, and they're really old already. Or this red one here. It's exactly the same I used to take when I was a child. So people look at me a little bit weird when I take videos of trams and constructions, but oh well. I still remember waiting here so many times for my bus to go to the city center. and everything just looks exactly the same. This bridge was built new, but the rest is really the same. Feels really weird to be back here right now. I feel like I'm kind of back to one of my previous lives or something like this. I don't know, because everything is the same. I remember everything. Everything seems like very familiar to me. Like I have just always lived here, but I didn't live here for the last 10 years already. So yeah, really weird feeling. So this place is very close to my old school, and it's exactly the same place. We always used to come here during the breaks and get pancakes or sandwiches or some food, and it's exactly the same place still. In this street we have the back entrance of my old school. It's exactly there where you see the roof, kind of. And I just remember how many times we used this back entrance to escape our classes, just like skip classes and run away from school. Like exactly this one was the back entrance. So now it looks like there's something else. There's no German school anymore. Some language school, I think, but yeah, this was the back entrance. We escaped from so many times, and this street is just so familiar to me. This street we also used to go to our school gym, which was just here on the left, and I just have so many memories from this place. And this is the street of the front entrance of my school. We'll go a bit more up and I will show you the entrance of my school, but you can see it's super green here. Before everything seemed so normal to me, but now it's just like super green. I'm not used to this much nature anymore, I guess. So there on the right is my old school. There's somebody sitting in front, so I don't know if they want me to film, but yeah, like on the right you can see there's a French school now. Now I'm already on the way to my old home. So this is the way I used to go from school to home every day, so many times. And I think the new German school is now here on the left, or at least the kindergarten. I will check it now. But our old building, there's now the French kindergarten, and I couldn't film it because there was like a security guy in front, and they don't really like if you film this kind of buildings. But yeah, here's now the German. Let me check. It's like preschool or something like this, kindergarten and preschool. Yeah, so here was before the international school actually. There's now the German preschool and kindergarten. On this corner I was always sitting with my friend because she had to go to this side and I had to go the other side, so we were sitting here sometimes for hours and just talking, like right in this corner. And it's just amazing to breathe this fresh, oxygen-filled air right now, because I know that soon I'll be back in Bahrain and Dubai, and there you don't have this fresh air. I just enjoy it so much right now. So this is the entrance of the place where I used to live. It's like right down there. I don't know if I should go there now or if it will be weird to like film somebody else's house, but let's see. I'll just act like I'm walking here. Oh my god, this is my old house. It feels like I'm really coming home right now, even though this has not been my home for the last 10 years. Exactly this building. Oh my god. It's kind of really the same actually. Yeah, this is the entrance of my home. I think it's more green than before, but pretty much still my... Oh my god, this was my balcony there. Crazy to see other people living there now. Yeah, it's just so weird to see your old home and you see like there's somebody else living, but everything else is like kind of the same. Really weird, but yeah, I really feel like I just came back to my previous life or to some kind of parallel universe. And I'm like, but I'm living here, but there are other people living. So weird to see. But yeah, this life's like this if you're always traveling and then you go to visit your old homes. You always feel like you came back to one of your previous lives, but everything is kind of the same but different. Yeah, hard to explain. But still, I still love this district so much. It's super green, it is so calm and nice. The houses here are so nice. Yeah, I could really imagine to live here in the future again, when I want to have like a more calm life. And this way I always used to take to visit my best friend, which is living like kind of down the street. And it was really nice to live so close to your best friend. I was there like every single day almost. I really feel like I'm 12 again and I'm going to meet up with my friends. I have exactly the same feeling right now. And here's the international school of Belgrade, and I also had so many friends from the school. So I also went to the school sometimes during the breaks to visit friends. And it actually looks the same, I think. Crazy houses here. And this park we also used to meet with my friends so many times. And now I'm going to where my old school has moved after. So this is my old school now. I have never visited this building because they moved to this building after I left already, so I have never been here. But yeah, it is much bigger than the old building, so much bigger. This is the German school of Belgrade. I remember when this building was just an abandoned building and there was just nothing, and we would always play there with my friends and like walk inside because it was everything like open. The doors were open and it was like a really old abandoned school and it was kind of a bit creepy. And then yeah, my school bought this building and did some renovation and they moved there. But yeah, after they moved I have never been there again because I already moved to Germany at that time. The German school of Belgrade was actually the only school that I always loved going to. I had all my friends there, I felt really comfortable there. After when I moved to Germany I didn't like going to school anymore, but really those 4 years at the German school were just amazing. We were friends with all teachers, with all the other kids. We always used to meet up after school, so it was just a really good community. So yeah, now I feel a bit nostalgic coming back here. But yeah, almost everybody has left Belgrade already. So of course it is also not the same anymore. I remember that nearby there was a place called Zodiac. It had like really good pizza. I'm not a big pizza lover now, but I think I'll go there now just for the nostalgia. Let's take it. So this is what I ordered. A huge pizza. So this is my hand. Pizza. Huge. And a salad with a lot of cheese. This salad is called shepherd's salad. And this is a pizza capricciosa, but it's huge. I don't know how I'm gonna finish this. Now it kind of makes me sad that I haven't visited Belgrade earlier. I don't know why it took me so many years to visit my old hometown again, especially because Istanbul and Belgrade are so close to each other. It's like only 1 hour by flight, and it took me 6 years to come back to Belgrade just to visit. I don't know, really sad, but yeah. Now I'm planning to come back at least once a year because I don't know, I just kind of still feel like this is my home. Like I grew up here, even though I just lived here 4 years, but still I feel like I kind of grew up here. Yeah, today is my last day in Belgrade. Kind of sad to leave, but I'm gonna come back next year for sure. I hope that I can come back every summer from now on. And on my way home, I decided to visit the city center of Belgrade once again before I leave tomorrow. So I'm finally back home. I was walking all around Belgrade all day long, so I'm really tired now. Today was my last day in Belgrade, so I hope I could show you Belgrade a little bit at least, and I hope you liked it. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.